But foundations. I told you I was going to show you how to get anything in the world. And I'm going to share it with you. It's easy. It's a three-legged stool. Okay? First leg, relevant. It tends to prove or disprove a material fact in the case. It's relevant. Second leg, it's authentic. It is what it purports to be. It's authentic. Okay, so you're almost there. The third leg you can figure out. It's either not hearsay or it falls within one of the many hearsay exceptions. If it's not hearsay, it's not a problem. If it falls within the many hearsay exceptions, you walk through the elements of the hearsay exception. Go right to the rule book and walk through the elements. That's it. That's a three-legged stool. You can get anything in the world in that way. Okay? Let's say Patrick went crazy and hit me over the head with his chair. Bam! Hits me over the head with his chair. Okay? So, and I want to prove, I want to get this chair in evidence. This chair, I want to get it in evidence. All right, so let's go through the three-legged stool. Is it relevant? Yes, it was the weapon. So it tends to prove or disprove a material fact. Authenticity. How do I prove that it is what it purports to be? Well, I got like 30 witnesses here. And myself, if I don't get brain damage where I can't remember what hit me. But someone will say, yes, I was there. I was at a seminar, and there was a blue chair, and Patrick got really mad at Ervin and hit him over the head with it, and Ervin dropped. And here's over here, that's that black and gray hair from Ervin's head. And over here, that's part of Ervin's blood right there. That's where he was bleeding on it. So you've authenticated it. Okay? Is it hearsay? Not hearsay. All right. So you have it pre-marked for identification. And then with your witness, I'll show you what's been previously marked as Exhibit 1A for identification. Do you recognize this?
I sure do.
What is it?
It's that chair I hit you over the head with.
Well, you're somebody else.
Oh, that's that chair that awful, terrible guy hit you over the head with and knocked you out.
How do you know?
He's really big and strong.
How do you know that?
Because it's got the blue on it, and it's got that label, and I see a little bit of black and gray hair. I think there might be some blood.
Where's the blood?
Underneath.
Do you know where the blood was coming from?
I think it was coming from his head.
How do you know that?
Because someone get hit with it.
Your Honor, at this time I'd like to move what was previously marked as Exhibit 1A for identification into evidence. Any objections? Judge says, yes, no, whatever. It's established. That's it. It's not hearsay. Now, assuming it's hearsay, you get the business records exception, you have the public records exception, excited utterance, mental state, all those other exceptions. Walk through them. Business records, easy, right? Is the business in the is it the regular course of business to prepare these records? Yes. Were the records maintained in the regular course of business? Yes. Were they prepared at or about the time indicated in the record? Yes. Were they prepared by someone with knowledge? Yes. Bam! It comes in. Medical records, business records, whatever it might be. Relevant to the lawsuit? Yes. Is it authentic? Yes. Did you meet the hearsay exception? Yes. It comes in. So for anything in the world, the three-legged stool will work. Yes?
Very recently, in a case down in Orlando, there was a lot of media coverage on these 911 calls. Can you explain the exception as to how to get a 911 call in, an emergency rescue call, or a call to authorities like police?
Well, normally, those are public records for the agency, so you walk through the same elements, and then you also ask, are these records kept within the scope of the agency? Is it the agency's job to keep these records? Were they kept as part of the agency's records and requirements under state law or city or county? Is the county required to keep this? And were they kept that way? Yes. And then they come in that way. And also, remember, you could argue that that's not even hearsay because you're not necessarily doing it for the truth of the matter asserted, but simply that the call was made and that a rescue squad was sent. That's the difference. It may not be for the truth of the matter asserted. It comes in because this is the reason the cops were sent or the EMT team was sent. But yes, it's the business record exception with what the agency's role and requirements are under the law, and that those roles and requirements require this, the 911 call, tape, and that were maintained within that scope, prepared by the agency in its official capacity. Comes in. But it's right there. I think that one's 9803.8, I believe. Business records is 6. But walk right through it. Mental impressions, medical diagnosis, ancient documents. Ancient documents, I think it's anything over 10 years or 20 years. It's easy. So look through the rule book. You'll find all sorts of fun exceptions. And if you use a three-legged stool, you can You can actually find anything in the world that's admissible using the three-legged stool you'll get in. So the next time your opponent says, I don't want to stipulate, you go like this. I don't care. Don't stipulate. See if I care.